So here we are. Please join me in welcoming our guest speaker as well as a first-time speaker here at the chapel, Crystal Hargraves, who has a birthday coming up soon.
35.
I met Crystal back in August when I was residing out here with Dina, who was a speaker that Sunday. And she's a friend of Dina's, and she came to support Dina. What I remember about her at that time is that that loving heart energy connection that I had with her when I gave her the message. And I did not bring my book, but she also gave me the gift of her book.
Oh.
In 2019, she published her book, this book, At the End of Hope, I Found Purpose. So her experience is life and having a divine connection with God. She uses that connection, her life experience, her knowledge to help people heal, overcome, and have an inner standing. Now understand, an inner standing about self-love. Krista helps people to stand firm on who they are and what they believe. You can find her on Instagram at, I love this one. You'll find her on Instagram at Crystal Clear Conversation.
Oh, that's good.
That's easy to remember. Where she gives daily inspiration and motivational words to encourage people to keep them moving forward. So, together, let's welcome this lovely young woman to our podium, Crystal Hargraves.
Yay!
Oh, get up here.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Grand Rising. So everyone, how y'all doing this morning?
Good.
I agree. The energy in here is amazing. From the first moment I walked through the door, the energy is off the chain. If I needed some, you gave it to me. Let me just start there. If I needed some, you gave it to me. I know she introduced me, but I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit more information about me so you kind of feel like you know me a little bit, okay? So, like she said, my name is Crystal Hargraves. A lot of people do call me Cece, so if you hear somebody call me Cece, that's me. I come from a big family. My grandmother had 9 children, 1 set of twins. So I come from a big family, but I only grew up with a brother. He's 2 years older than me. Think he my father, but he not. I'm a single mother of 5 children. I have 3 girls and 2 boys. I also have 4 grandchildren, 2 grandsons and 2 granddaughters. God has been good to me. I work as a dental assistant with a little couple of side hustles. I'm an author, as she mentioned. I'm also a poet. I'm also a painter. I do painting as well. Arts and crafts, anything that got to do with hands, creating. I am down for it. And like she said, I do some inspirational content on social media. I do everything: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I put all my inspirational social media over all platforms. I just wanted you to know that. And as I was doing my bio, I kind of realized I got kind of a nice little bio. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Writing my little thing, I was like, kind of interesting. Didn't realize that. Thought I was a little boring. So just before I get started, I want to warn you guys. The spirit may take over, okay? I may get a little off topic. I may even start talking fast. I just hang in there with me, okay? Sometimes I get to talking fast, but I promise you, for the most part, I usually bring myself back around to the subject and moving forward. It's not a guarantee, but it's a possibility, okay? All right. So, today, my topic is the pursuit of happiness.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? What is your pursuit of happiness, Dana? What is your definition of pursuit of happiness?
Spending time with my family.
Spending time with your family. And everyone has their own definition. What is your definition of the pursuit of happiness? I'm talking to you. You looking at her. Yes, ma'am.
Just doing my arts and crafts and doing my yard work and being with family.
So
And
using
my-
your hands and being active,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
makes you
I
happy.
do mosaics.
All right, okay. And everyone has their own definition of what happiness is. And that is important because what's happiness for her may not be happiness for you. And we all have to understand that we are all individuals. We have common goals. Everyone's in here spiritual, correct?
Yeah.
We have common goals. We have things in common, but we have to remember that we are all individual. I love the words you guys were saying, talking about individuality, because that is important. It's important to understand, regardless of what leader you're under, what religion, it doesn't matter. You are responsible for your own spiritual growth. Okay? I love the fact that you guys are on one page with that issue. Okay, so let me move forward. Did you know that Thomas Jefferson phrased the pursuit of happiness? I'm not gonna go too much in it because I might get emotional, but yeah, he phrased it. He phrased the pursuit of happiness during the writing of the Declaration of Independence when it was written. The meaning from the American Declaration of Independence says the individual right to seek a life of fulfillment and well-being, including personal autonomy, virtue, and the meaning to achieve a life one wishes to live rather than just short-term pleasures or wealth. And I also have the emphasis that it emphasizes the importance of making personal choices and striving for deep long-term contentment and human flourishing. So do you understand why they said short term? They don't want you to strive for short term, more long term. Can anybody help me out as to why you may think they say that?
It's fleeting. Short term is fleeting.
Comes quick. Things that come quick usually goes quick, right?
Yeah.
When it comes in fast, usually it goes in fast, right? So, why avoid short terms? Like I said, it comes quick and it goes quick. Long term is supposed to help you build. And when you can build instead of just make, you create a solid foundation. Would everyone agree with that? All right. So short, like I said, short term is quick. It doesn't last as long. We want to look at the bigger picture for what brings us stability and brings us balance. That's fulfillment, balance, fulfillment. That is the ultimate goal, which builds that foundation for a long term. And I did want to add, there is nothing wrong with short term pleasures. Okay. Short term pleasures can bring you happiness as well, but it's up to you to decide what those short term and long term pleasures are, because once again, they are different for everyone, but you have to decide on what that is for you. Okay, and why do I say that? I am so glad you asked. So, you don't need man to tell you what is for you.
True.
Yes, we all have our own individual paths.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your uncle. It could be your best friend. It can even be your children, your spouse.
Yeah.
You understand? It doesn't matter. If you're married, that's one thing why you have to be evenly yoked. Because you must have an understanding of the path that your spouse is taking. It might be some things that your spouse has to do that you don't want to do. So when you looking for that significant other, when you partnering up, you have to make sure that you evenly yoke with that person. You can't be spiritual and you have one thing and this person over here in the world. Because we are in the world, but we not of the world, right? So that's just another point that I wanted to make. And I'm going to read to you guys a poem before I move forward, okay? And like she said, this is my book, At the End of Hope, I Found Purpose. I did not know I was going to be an author. I did not know I was going to be an author. The church I was going to at the time, before I even joined, the pastor prophesied to me and told me I was going to write a book. On the inside, I laughed at her because I thought she was crazy. But about a year and a half, almost 2 years later, I woke up on a Saturday morning, and as soon as my eyes opened, God gave me the vision of this book. I'm talking about without the words, but the same color, everything. He gave me the vision. I'm like, what you want me to do? You trying to tell me something? So he's like, yeah, start writing that book. So I had to pay 3 days because I didn't know what to write. But I had been going to this church for almost 2 years, and I was keeping a journal every Sunday, every Bible study, every Wednesday when we had anything. If anything happened that I felt was necessary, I would write it in my journal. God told me, you already put it together. He said, you already got your book. You just got to put it together. So it's amazing how in your midst of happiness, things can develop, things that you never knew that were on the inside of you. I never thought I was going to be an author. What? I don't even like to talk to people, let alone read, but that's a different story. All right, so let me start with this poem, and it is entitled, I Had a Dream. I had a dream and didn't even know it, wondering day and night why I am here. Life only seemed to give me fear. Love was long gone. I was just a slave, digging my own grave. Being able to go to school was my only way out. I was smart, without a doubt. Concentrating on my homework was all I had. Being the teacher's pet wasn't that bad. Learning gave me purpose, something to look forward to. Because when I got home, I felt so alone. No one would talk to me, just told me what to do. No friends that came through. I learned so much. I knew soon I would be off to college, excited to gain more knowledge. I'll never forget when I first heard poetry. My 7th grade teacher read it to me. It was like sweet melodies dancing around my soul. The more she read, the more I lost control of fears, life, and what was happening at home. I was in my zone. The day I learned to write my emotions down, I began to breathe. Expressing myself externally became a life-altering need. After that, writing became a part of me. It helped me release built up energy. I had a dream and I didn't even know it. I had a dream and I was too afraid to show it. Don't laugh, but I think loneliness got the best of me, because when I met my brother's best friend, I was in love. Butterflies came over me. What is happening to me? I know we all been there with those butterflies, ladies. As we became closer and I started to explore, curiosity was no more. To my surprise, my stomach began to rise like the yeast rolls on the stove. What was I to do? My mother was going to kill you. Thoughts of running away came into play. Where would you go? Where will you live? That's not a good idea. Thoughts of ending my life sounded good, because if you didn't, my mother sure would. I had a dream and I didn't even know it. I had a dream and was too afraid to show it. After the first child, 4 more came along. All my hopes and dreams were gone. A child raising a child is the hardest thing a person could do. Dang, my children won't have a father too. Well, I'm on my own, have to do the best I can, and maybe they will have a chance. Living through the years, I felt like life was sometimes out of control, struggling like the people I watched on Good Times, just keeping my head above water. I asked myself, is this all to life, going through the motions of trying to do right? As my children got older, I became much bolder, figuring out this thing called life. More headache and pain. I'm about to go insane, but someone is there to push me through. I thought he didn't care about you. I'll go back to school. I want to rule, to have destiny over my life. I want to do this thing right. In the midst of my trial, I dropped out of school for a while. He convinced me to go back with a smile. After finding an office that would let me learn, I met this woman who gave me love in return. When I was down and out, she gave me a place to stay. She grabbed my hand and asked if we could pray. I said yes. My life was a mess. Could she see it on me? She told me that God said, I am lonely. My heart was filled with stress. Your life is a mess. If you don't take control, your heart will explode. You are carrying a lot, my child, but he's been with you all the while. He said, why did you stop reading that book the dentist gave you? Wasn't it helping you make it through? It was the book of Ephesians by F. Price. I was reading it because I knew my life wasn't right. How could she know that I was hurting so? Come to church with me. That is where you need to be. I had a dream and I didn't even know it. I had a dream and I was too afraid to show it. Months go by. I'm back on my feet. There I go again. back in the streets. I'm doing better, but still not living right. I didn't keep God in my sight. I would go to church here, taking my children there. Truth be told, I was everywhere, living life the way I saw fit until one day God said, I quit. I'm tired of trying to show you the way. So he took everything away, stripped me down to nothing. So maybe I could finally learn something. Perhaps then you will see I'm your only friend. I'm the one you're supposed to call when you fall. They mean you no good. I don't care if you grew up together in the hood. Now that I have your attention, there are a few things I want to mention. I'm doing this for your good. I want to be understood. You take me for granted, going back and forth, so now I'm taking you to court. These are my rules. My commandments are written in stone. If you don't want to abide, I will leave you alone. I want to give you a brand new start, but you must be willing to do your part. I can't force you. You have a choice. Please, my child, hear my voice. Better is waiting. I have plans for you. Just follow my lead. As I sleep in my truck, because that's my new home now, I wake up to all these words moving around. He said, write them down before you forget. I have something in store for you yet. I had a dream and I didn't even know it. Oh, my child, you are coming along. Your faith is getting strong. Trust in me. I won't steer you wrong. I know you've been faithful. I didn't forget. Another poem you will get. I had a dream and didn't even know it. I had a dream and was too afraid to show it until one day he revealed all along I was strong. Blood, sweat, and tears got me here, right where I needed to be to tell my own story. As a child, I had a dream and didn't even know it. As I got older, I was too afraid to show it. God opened my eyes when I realized he had something for me. I confided in some people. They just gave me silence, looked at me as if I was unbalanced. We all have a dream and may know it. You may have a dream, but too afraid to show it. What is life without dreaming? Imagination frees the soul. There has to come a day when I get bold. Put that dream into action. This is my coming attraction. No more dreaming for me. I want to make this thing my reality. God gave me a dream and I didn't even know it. I have a dream. Now I'm going to show it. Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you. As a matter of fact, thank you. And I had I'm gonna just read this. What I got? Oh, I got Proverbs 13 and 12. Hope deferred make a heart sick, but when desire cometh, it is a tree of life. All right. So going on to that, talking about dreams and desires and wants. And we may have dreams subconsciously and desires that we haven't even yet tapped into. It can be hard to believe in something we can't see. Even though you may believe in God and you can't see him, still believing in dreams and believing that your dreams, the things that you imagine, can actually be tangible. You can actually be able to touch them. You can actually be able to experience it. Sometimes during life, as time go on, as we go through life, as changes, children, husbands, those desires go away. Those dreams change into other things, become a different type of reality than what it once was. So I have trials and tribulations can stain ideas. Time can taint your dreams. So, and I wanted to read the poem first, just to piggyback on what I'm saying. I had a dream and I didn't know it, And the thing is, sometimes when we're living life, when you tap into happiness, when you tap into peace, that's something can't nobody take from you, right? So being able to pursue that happiness, it doesn't matter what the next person say, because it's about your happiness. It's about your peace, and peace and happiness goes hand in hand. Because true happiness, you have to have peace. True happiness, can't nobody change your mind about it. You understand what I'm saying? It is in you. It's not on you. It's in you. And that comes with building. That comes with being still, having an understanding of who you are, because who you are, that shows your characteristics, who you truly are on the inside. You know, sometimes people can fake the funk, they can smile, laugh, have a little, you know, you can be with somebody for 5 minutes and they really ain't got to truly know who you are, you know, but you know who you truly are. Yeah. And you want to be who you truly are. Authenticity is important. Is important. So we have to understand that being peace and being happy is within, it's not outward. Mm-hmm. You understand? Having tangible things, yeah, it's nice to have your car that you desire, your house that you desire, the husband that you want, the family, the picket fence, all of that is good. But you can have all of that and still not be happy. There are people with millions of dollars that are miserable because everything starts on the inside. And that's what we have to understand. On the inside. This stuff out here is trash. So let me see. I have to gain or understanding, or the understanding is to what? Is to Psalms 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. It is an invitation to find peace by quieting the heart and recognizing God's sovereignty and control, even amidst chaos. It's a call to trust and to let go of trying to always be in charge of your life. And I know that can be a hard thing to do because I am a witness, control freak, want to know A, B, C, D, all the way through Z, who coming, who going, how long you going to be there, how you getting there, who you bringing with you. I used to be that type of person, have to control everything. And God, life will teach you. Life will teach you, if you're paying attention, that we are really not in control. We have some control, but we really are not. We are not the ultimate controller. So if we learn to live our life with being sure, because once you're certain of who you are, once you realize that the God you serve is really the God you serve, and you are really who you are, what you got to worry about?
That's right.
Where does the concern come in? Where is the fear? Where is the worry? Because that's what the enemy wants you to do. He wants you to be worried. Mm-hmm. He wants you to live your life worrying about everything, everyday bills. They're going to be there tomorrow too. Mm-hmm. You're going to pay them, and in 30 days, it's going to be right there. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're going to have a problem, and next week, it's going to be a new one. Yeah. So being at peace with life, having an understanding of who you are and what God you serve will take us so far. It will prevent so many headaches, so many worries, so many fear, because fear is an illusion. Mm-hmm. It's an illusion. And we got to get it in our head that there are principalities and entities out here that want you to believe that the things that you want and desire, you cannot have. He wants you to believe that happiness, true peace is not real. But who is he? Nobody. Who are they? Nobody. You can't tell me that I can't have peace, that I can't be happy, that I can't choose my reality. Mm-hmm. It's a trick. We all choose our reality. The people that we decide to have into our life, you choose to have those people in your life. The places you go, you choose those places. The things you do, you choose to do that. So you create your own reality. So I can't be mad at Susan if something going on wrong in my life. Because what? I created that. Mm-hmm. So you can create it negatively or you can create it positively. I want y'all to ponder on that. Because some of us dwell in negativity without even consciously realizing you in it. Because you've been in it so long. Sometimes we have people, even family, friends, lovers, spouses, that may not be giving you that energy, that positive support you need. And I talk about that a lot during my content, making sure that you surrounding your people, places, and things are conducive to you. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna get conducive to you. You have to make sure that you're conducive to them. If they're not if they're not on your energy level, it's no need. Because you gotta have a certain understanding. And your level of understanding might not be the next person understanding. You understand what I'm saying? And if you around people who just want to drain your energy, they're not going to pour into you. And you want people, you want supportive people around you. Mm-hmm. You understand? Not that everyone's giving you the last, but you don't want to be always the friend that somebody can turn to, but you have no one to turn to. Mm-hmm. Because you're giving energy, but you're not receiving. And you're replenishing your goodness and you're giving it out, but no one's pouring into you. Those are things that we need to make sure that we focus on when we're out in society. We're giving away energy and you also receiving. So there comes cleansing. And I know we all know about cleansing our energy, making sure that we stand positive, stand upbeat, stand focused, stand aligned, mind, body, and spirit. All right. So, yes, ma'am. Where I'm at? What's my time? Can you tell me? My time, anybody? How much time I have? Oh. No way.
How much time do I have?
Yeah, because I know I'm on a time limit. So, speaking of that, I have a little thing I want to talk about. Dina had a story that she talked about when she spoke up here the last time, and she was talking about her having to make a decision about moving. Remember, you was talking about you had to make a decision about moving and not knowing what she was hearing was what she should do, thinking about what she didn't have, looking at the glass half full. And her story was so profound to me that my spirit smiled when she said these words. I decided to trust God.
There you go.
She was confused. She was seeking an answer from man, but she had to be still and say, I decided to trust God. She turned to man for answers, but no man can lead you down your path. Guidance may be required, but your decision is the only one that matters. You must remember you are the captain of your own ship. She said, let me stop worrying about what I don't have, the hows and the whys. And did that lift your burden? Did that in some way give you peace when you decided to say, let me just trust God? Let me just do what I can and I'm going to leave the rest to him. And no more worries. Because you have decided I'm going to follow what the Spirit is telling me. And you know who you serve. So you know, if he's telling me to move, why should I worry? Mm-hmm. Because what I need is going to be provided for me. Right? Because to be honest, God won't give you the whole picture. What's the purpose of walking if everything is given to you? Right? That's when the faith comes in. Mm-hmm. That's when the trust comes in, right? Her message gave me a message for my tribe. So it had me asking them, how much do you trust God? Or do you trust him? Be honest with yourself because you will be tested. Do you trust him? How much do you trust him? To be still is not to just be quiet, but to cease striving and to surrender control to God. It is an encouragement to trust that God is active and working, even when you don't see it, and to rest in his ultimate authority, which goes back to the invitation to find peace by quieting the heart and recognizing God's sovereignty and control, even in the midst of chaos. And that's when you know what peace, when you're in the midst of chaos, mm-hmm. and you can still be, that's when you know you have balance over your emotions. That's when you know when you can be in chaos and you just like this, and you can still focus, you can still think, you can still tell, okay, well, I need you to do this. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to go here, we're going to go there. That's when you know you're balanced, mm-hmm. mind, body, and spirit, because you don't let what is going on around you affect what you need to do. That's when you know you're at a certain place in life. So I also have, because with peace, you can still, like I said, function in chaos. You can still have clarity. You know how to navigate issues, problems, and concerns. Learning to have that balance between peace and happiness will lead you to the right direction no matter what path you take. Many paths can lead us to our destiny. There is not just one. You can decide to go left instead of right, but you're going to ultimately get to your destination. If you're on the path that you're supposed to be on, you're going to get to that destination. It don't matter if that light stay red for 3 minutes. It don't matter if there was a car accident and you have to deter and go another route. That GPS gonna some way, somehow get you to your destination because it's meant for you. And what's for you is for you. Can't nobody take that away. Even though I believe that there are principalities out here that try. So, seeking the knowledge for yourself, going within, will give you the direction and the guidance to pursue what it is you seek. Matthew 7:7-8. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds. And the one who knocks, the door will be open. Time. Do I need to wrap it up? I'm asking, but ain't nobody saying it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead on and wrap it up. I also have for you. I also talked about. I have Exodus 14. Also walking. Oh, I'm sorry. Also talks about standing still, and I was gonna go back to Moses when he was talking to the Israelites, telling them to stand still. That goes back to. I was going to look up the verse on the phone, but she's telling me look at my time. So he said to stand still and to know who you are, to know who I am. He is everything. True happiness can't be swayed, not by people, not by places, and not by things. In order to know, you must be still. A made-up mind is seeing myself in a new dimension. And that's what I have for you today. I have some other things as well, but I'm running out of time, so I'm going to just wrap it up. And I just want everyone to know that regardless of what you consider to be your happiness, don't let anyone deter you from that. Amen. You guys have a blessed day. I hope you enjoyed my word. Thank you.